At the stage of already receiving investments, you need to bring someone else on board. The seed stage is about making a leap to the next stage, and these can be expensive, affordable, inexpensive, or long-term. The stage of business development directly affects marketing. There are a great many influencing factors, but I think it's important to focus on the key factor, which, when answering this question, the key marketing factor, depending on the stage of business development, is the tools you use for marketing. Because at one stage, these are more accessible and quick tools. At the second stage, these are more expensive tools. At the third stage, they are both expensive and accessible, inexpensive and long-term. Right, so let's do it this way. There is a decent classification for IT companies, or for SaaS, or for, companies connected with electronic business, let's put it that way. So it includes 4 stages: the startup stage, the seed stage, the growth stage, and the expansion stage. That is, by stages. So what tools are used at the startup stage, during the startup stage? Those that are accessible and quick. The reason why accessible and why quick, because as a rule, there is still no proper funding yet, but you need to test certain hypotheses very quickly. You need to go to market and try to sell something in order to test the viability of the business you've come up with. That's what concerns the startup stage. At the seed stage, which is the correct scientific term, seed stage, more expensive and quick tools are used. That is, thanks to the initial investments, you can invest something in marketing and you choose fairly already fast tools, but expensive ones. So if at the first stage these were inexpensive, accessible and quick, here they are just as quick, but already more, the kind you can afford. Why does such a combination remain? Because in any case, at the seed stage, you need to make a leap to the next stage. And this needs to be done fairly quickly. And when you reach, for example, the growth stage or some, stage of expansion, then you can already afford something different. At the growth stage, at the stage of expansion, expensive and long-term tools are added in terms of results. That is, you need to understand that this stage includes everything that was present at the startup phase. Everything from the seed stage, when you were attracting investment, it all remains, meaning both the quick result term tools, the expensive ones, and the accessible ones. But at the growth stage, it turns out that you need to use absolutely everything, both the expensive and the accessible, those that deliver quick results and those that yield results over the long term. That's what concerns the growth stage. At the expansion stage, that is, when you're already, is the stage of scaling the business. At the stage of scaling the business, there can be a combination of absolutely all tools depending on the goals you set for yourself. That is, they can be both expensive and affordable, both quick and long term. Well, basically, it all depends on your objectives. So that's what you need to take into account at different stages of business development. As a rule, bringing in marketing agencies of various kinds happens either at the seed stage or at the growth stage. More often at the growth stage, but sometimes it happens that you need to bring someone in already at the stage of receiving investment for the future. Because, for example, making a forecast or carrying out some research, that's something an agency can do. And our agency, the digital marketing agency, AWeb, also understands the stages of business development and marketing tools. So you can get in touch with us. Welcome.